Hey everybody, welcome to my Grand Theft Auto inspired island, Los Santos. This island's pretty much been my baby since New Horizons came out. I've pumped over 360 hours into it so far. I'm going to give you a rundown of my villagers first, then I'm going to show you around the island, and probably close out showing you the inside of my house. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, it really helps me out. Let's get right into it. So first, I'm going to show you my villagers. So this is pretty much going to be maybe my permanent set, I think. Gonzo just arrived today. Wasn't really my choice. I wanted another alligator because I really love the alligators, but we can deal with that little problem later. So everyone here kind of has like a role to play on the island. Who could I start with? Maybe Elvis. So Elvis lives along the beach. It has probably one of my favorite features on the island there, which I'll probably show you near the end, I think. But he runs like this open air beach market, which is like super messy. Inside his house, it's just like gold and jewels everywhere, and he wears like a king's robe. So essentially he's like selling all this junk on the beach for like a huge markup, and doesn't even really take care of his market. He's kind of a grouch. He's probably one of my favorite guys on the island. After that, I'd say we got Rolled. Kind of a fan favorite of everybody. I love him a lot too. He is kind of like the rogue of the island. There's 3 gangs on the island. There's the Los Santos Kings, there's the Santos Soldiers, and then there's the Spiritual Gangsters. Rolled is kind of like, I'm not going to subscribe to any of that, and instead he just runs around the island and steals bikes. That's his thing, and generally he seems pretty stoked about it. I don't know where he hides them, but he's got all of them. There's like 2 or 3 bikes left on the island, I think. After that, we got Lucky, who I also love. He's kind of known for being a snack guy, but he's kind of, on my island, like a closet fitness buff. He doesn't really tell anybody about it, but when I show you his like yard area, you'll see what I mean. There is a jail on the island, which I think turned out super well. Alfonso is the jailer. He's like the other snacky guy on my island, and essentially he just goes out for snacks and essentially tries to put prisoners in the jail cell. Sprocket, he's kind of like, he works security on the island. Everybody trusts him, or they say they trust him, but super slyly, he actually steals all the cars on the island, busts them up, and sells the parts to Timmy and Tommy. So that's kind of his thing. That's why there's no cars on the island. Also, don't really have any car items, so this totally like covers that plot hole. Drago, he lives up on the mountaintops. He kind of runs the power banks for the whole island. You'll see what I mean when I take you up there. Dell works in construction for the island. He's kind of like the construction leader. Aurora works part-time construction for him, if you can believe that. And then the 2 new islanders I have are Molly and Gonzo. So Molly, she's actually trying to get into the Los Santos Kings, and then Gonzo hates Molly. So Gonzo is trying to get into the Santos Soldiers. So that's kind of their thing. Molly's over here, Gonzo's over here. Gonzo kind of just like sneers at her from the hilltops, essentially. And then we got me. And I'll probably show you my house near the end of the tour, I think. So now that you know all my villagers and their backstories, let's get started. So we're gonna start over here. Also, I chose to do this tour at night because there's just like, it's such an urban city feel, and there's so much light pollution that I just thought it would really show up better at night. So that's my night thing. So this is the night market. So I put a lot of work into this. I really, really like how it turned out. I put cliffs on either side because I just wanted it to be like super enclosed and congested. There's tons of different types of booths here for like food, and let's say this is scuba supplies, and this is like a barber, and this is a fortune teller. And you can buy groceries here too, I guess, because there's a big bag of rice just sitting here on the ground. Over here, this is where people in the island scalp movie tickets. They just take a little seat here, and people come, and people buy, and nobody busts them, because that's the type of island this is. Another cool feature I like about the market is all of the people that run the stalls just kind of leave their crap all over the place, as you can tell. Like, this guy obviously drinks coffee, but who knows how old that coffee is, and he keeps like tins of olive oil up there, and there's pots, and there's a movie light, because that makes sense. Frankly, this would probably be a pretty good movie set, so let's go with that's why that light is there. So we'll come over here. This is where Nook's Cranny is. Oh, so there's graffiti all over the island. We got our spiritual gangsters graffiti here because they're trying to take over. And we got the Santos soldiers who are coincidentally also trying to take over. Evidently, the Nooks don't take very good care of their shop area. It's just overgrown with weeds. There's a huge tub of who knows what chemical is here. Maybe they take lunch back here. Either way, it's a total dive. Next up, I'm going to show you the town hall area. So if we come up here, a little cotton candy stall, probably like the most innocent object on the island. I got Leafs just hanging out, selling paraphernalia. We come up here. I'm kind of surprised I ended up using this stuff, but it's a playground for all the kidlets, and not that safe, obviously, based on this eerie looking tub of danger. And this possibly like crude oil. Oh, there's Wisp. I really love the clacker cart. I don't really see them that often, and it's like one of my favorite things. What? Look at this. Look at this. It does clickety clacks. Yeah. So I love the clacker cart. Got a little bit more gang ownership over here. Oh, and then actually, so I mentioned that Dell is like the construction head honcho, but Aurora works part-time construction. So her kind of weak point is that she always brings the wrong supplies to the wrong place at the wrong time all the time. So Dell, not really the best team leader, I'd say, but he definitely didn't order all of this junk to be on the playground. That's like Aurora's trademark. So if we come over here, next spot we got down over here. This is the nightclub. This record is pretty much on repeat because everybody loves it all the time and forever. We got a little bit of like a water cooler situation going on back there, just in case like the DJ gets thirsty. Got a pool up there too, just in case people want to get super wild. Fun fact, Isabel actually runs raves here, overnight raves on the weekend. That's why she's always like, oh, I can't wait for the weekend. It's because she tears it up here. This is what she does. Way better than what she does at Resident Services. Who would have guessed? So we come down here. Next thing we got is the, quote, gas station. So this actually only operates at night. These little like symbols on top of the gas pumps, quote, gas pumps, that's also, or like just this symbol actually, is also the island flag. So it's kind of be like this pure, like powerful symbol for the flag, but it's actually also like implies all like the secret, super hidden drug trade that's on the island. So this isn't even like fuel for cars. This is like fuel for crazies. So as evidenced by this one that says Nook wants you on top. He's not really like a subtle guy, obviously. So yeah, so this is only open at night, and then yeah, illicit drug material gets pumped all around the island. Yeah. So, next up, got, oh, look at that. I'm actually really stoked about this graffiti tag that's there. It's the Los Santos Kings. It's got like a little crown there, and that one's all over the island. Out of the three, it's probably my favorite. Got my little shop here. Pretty much like one of the only picturesque areas on the island. If you come back here, they've got like this secret little patio where they, I don't know, like take coffee or tea or something. And obviously back here is not as picturesque as they would like, because there's like propaganda just plastered everywhere, including this like kind of deadly number. Obviously the island's like pretty much corrupt because it's just like join the mafia everywhere. Hey Alfonso. He looks just so, look at him. So carefree. It's so deadly. So if we come down here, got a little construction site. Got some girders, some tubs of who knows what this Aurora's doing, obviously. Because I mean, like, this just doesn't need to be here, you know? So shame on you, Aurora. This, in the future, it's been like in a state of construction for who knows how long at this point. This is actually going to be an In-N-Out burger. Fun fact. It's owned by Lucky. And yeah, it's like, once this is finally built, I don't know why he's just got his foot on the brake. Because like once it's built, he's not going to have to source snacks all over the island anymore. He's just going to come here and take what he wants. So yeah, nice little construction site. Down here, this is Tom Nook's like private beach area. He never invites anybody else here. You'd think like maybe this one orange chair, that's his, but these are all his. He just like, every day he comes and he's like, I'm going to go in this chair today. And I'm going to go in this chair today. So that's his thing. Nobody else is allowed here. In fact, I need to get out of here. I'm just going to get out of here. So next, I'm going to take you... Ooh, I'm really proud of this actually. I can't believe I almost forgot about this. So this is my walkway that leads to the airport. So Town Hall is up here. Hey, Leaf. Across this little crosswalk. And then you got all these lights and designs guiding you towards the airport. This part I was especially excited to show at night because just the lighting is awesome, obviously. Anyway, next stop. So we'll go up maybe this way actually. We'll come over here, we'll pass through the night market. Actually, we'll just take this little shortcut here. If we come up here, a really cool little Chinese restaurant I made that's like closed up for the night, obviously. I guess their busboy it's just non-existent because I mean, none of this is cleaned up. It's probably going to be pretty stinky in the morning. Take a little seat here. I think the yellow stools go really well with the red imperial dining table. Got a little partition so that there's at least a little bit of privacy, you know? Kind of feel bad for this villager, you know? Just got a restaurant crammed up against their wall. got their little open space kitchen. It's kind of like a new restaurant because as you can see, like some of the panels, they're like different materials. There's still like a bit of like fortune telling propaganda that's like stuck there because they haven't taken it down yet. Another spiritual gangster sign here. And over here, we got Aurora. So yeah, she is the chemical supply culprit. And lucky her, in her backyard she has weeds, a porta potty, and something about the Bat Boy living. Yeah, so not exactly prime real estate, but you know, once she starts taking proper care of construction supplies, who knows where else she'll be, you know? Who knows? So, let's go up into the mountainside here. Oh, snack machines. There's like snack machines all over the island. Pretty much Lucky and Alfonso's doing. I like that they're everywhere because it just kind of gives it this little more, I don't know, urban, not so of nature vibe. Whoops. I actually really like pressing the buttons too. I don't know if anyone ever does that, but it's pretty cool to see all the bags move around. Yeah, I love that. So, come up here. Got a little picturesque swing by the waterfall. Object of beauty, yet to be tainted. Move over here. A little bit more gang ownership there. But if I come up here and cross the bridge, evidently sanitation is just not doing their job, you know? Look, there's even this junk behind the tree there. I think Drago is a little bit more cleanly than that, personally. I don't think it's Drago's fault. So this is Drago's house. And he kind of like operates the power banks for the island. There's like huge pieces of machinery under this waterfall here, and that's essentially what powers the whole darn island. So yeah, this is like one of the things that Sprocket is also supposedly supposed to keep an eye on, because I mean, look at this, it's not gated, it's nothing, like it's, anyone could do anything all the time. I could, but I won't. So, let's see, where can I go next? Oh, I know. So, I'm going to show you this. So this is kind of like Tom Nook's little sanctuary. His own place where he comes to just reflect on all of his antics on the island. But I know a little secret of his. I don't know if he knows I know, but trust me, I know. If you come back here, it looks like it's just a little orchard, but look in the top left there. He's got a pot farm back here. He's growing marijuana back here. It's insanity. You know, and the only person that has like a really good, like, scoped out view of it is Red when he comes in here. And look at all his crap that he just leaves all over the beach. It's ridiculous. But see, that's like him and Tom Nook's thing. You know, like he gets to just drop all of his trash and unused supplies all over the beach, beautiful beach, and then in return, he doesn't tell anyone about what Tom Nook's got going on back here. Look at this. There's even a fire still going. He was here. Tom Nook was here. He's probably off, like, stumbling around somewhere after his little smoke fest. So I'll go over here. Got another little snack machine here. I'm going to go press the button just because I really like pressing the button. So these are the dirty docks. You've kind of, I know it's like without a dock, but Red doesn't need no dock. So it is just, it used to be picturesque, and now it just ain't. You know, this is Red's own personal dumping ground at this point. He comes and like, whoops, did that again. Comes and sells his wares. And then just leaves crap all over the place. The next spot I'm going to show you, it's like my, quote, observatory. It's like supposed to be the most elegant place on the island. I just got Luna's bed today. Didn't really know where to put it, so it's here, you know? It feeling like such a like a celestial object, I feel like this is the place where it belongs. And then whoever decides to sleep in it just has zero privacy, you know, up on this mountaintop. So that's chill. But it looks pretty comfortable. Except when you have nightmares. Like this. Ugh. So, got some stars on the ground here. Spiffy little astronaut suit. Some star fragments. And a telescope just right by this beautiful little waterfall. So, yeah, easily the most elegant place on the island. And, like, I'd like to think the uppermost peak of the island. I mean, it's kind of like at an even peak with Tom Nook's pot farm, but we'll just focus on, like, elegance here, you know? So, yeah, this is the most elegant, highest peak on the island. Next up, we're going to go down into this alley. There's some propaganda that's just been making its way down the wall. It's not quite there yet. So, I mean, it's just, you know, a diamond in the rough. You know, not really a diamond, but it's in the rough. It's definitely in the rough. And over here is kind of like the communal bike area. Now, if you look closely, you can tell Rold's been here, you know, because right a little bit earlier, there was like, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 empty spaces. Rold's had his sticky fingers all over this place. It's ridiculous. But we can keep that a little secret. So, let's go back down this alley. Down over here. Actually, I want to give you another look on like the little waterfall by the observatory, because I'm actually super proud of this area. I really like how this turned out. I kind of got some inspiration from someone's island that I saw on Instagram and just like ran with it. But I really like how it turned out, especially right here. Just like all like the nooks and crannies. Ooh, did a little hop there. So yeah, I love that spot. Got the campsite over here. Got a nice like city fountain here. Oh, again. And some socks. You know, these are probably rolled socks, I think. Like, it's kind of his thing. Like, he leaves his clothes all over the place and then makes up for it by stealing bikes. Don't ask me about the logic. That's his logic. But yeah, rolled socks. Nice little scenic attraction there. So, if we come over here and cross the bridge, this is kind of like the suburby area. Ooh, there's actually a couple spots here I want to show you quickly, because I kind of forgot that I wanted to show them. So this is Lucky's house. And I know he's like supposed to be a snack aficionado, but he's kind of like a closet fitness buff. This is all his stuff, you know? And like Sprocket lives just up here, over here on the mountainside, and he kind of knows about it, but he's pretty tight-lipped about it. So this is like Lucky's, I don't know, like, it's the station that he plays, like, when he's pumping iron. Because whenever I run by here, this is all that's playing. So this is kind of his jam. And then this is a locker where he keeps all his, like, sweaty articles of clothing. You know, it's kind of got the stank around here, so I'm kind of dubious of whether or not he does laundry. I think it's just kind of like a purely utilitarian area. So if we come over here, got a little like, kind of like a weed-infested playground area. There's a hammock over here, kind of like just a communal hammock, I guess. And then obviously, city planning just does not care about child safety here. Because look at this. This is a really old well. And there's kid stuff here. Look at this. Well, kid stuff. I think someone really, really needs to be kind of reassessing this situation. But I obviously have no hand in that. So that's a city hall thing. So let's come back up here. And I'll take you to the spot that I originally planned to go to next. So I got a couple more houses here. A little bit more like graffiti, but it's not really like gang graffiti. This is more just like hoodlum graffiti. I don't really know who does the... Oh my gosh, a mosquito just bit me. Oh jeez. But yeah, kind of like more hoodlum graffiti. And frankly, I think it might be rolled. It's kind of like an arbitrary choice there, but I think it's rolled. It's almost always rolled. So this is Rolled's house. He's got a little snack machine next to his house. Oh look, Gonzo, just here, enjoying a nice cold beer by the waterfall. Look how happy he is. I think he's on like his second or third for sure. Look at him. Yeah, that's how you keep Gonzo happy. So there's the theft area, the high theft area. And this is Alfonso's house. He's like kind of got like an amazing green thumb. Evidence here, gold roses. The only gold roses on the island. He's the only one who's managed to grow gold roses. So there is still beauty on this island. Oh look, this is all his underwear and stuff drying out. So Alfonso's job on the island. Oh, did it again. Alfonso's job on the island. Look at that. Look at that. Aurora. Again, it's always Aurora. And it's like right by the water. She looks innocent, but she's not innocent. Anyway, come over here. Alfonso's role on the island is he's actually the jailer. Got a little bit of KK Western playing here, just to, you know, match the atmosphere. This is the jail. Oh, whoa, oh, there we go. Got a little toilet there, just mashed behind the bed. This one doesn't even have a bed. It's got like a stone stool for napping and a weight bench. Yeah. Alfonso takes care of this. There's like a huge spill in there apparently, so he obviously does not care that much. And frankly, before this tour even started, he was actually here just like singing this song outside the prison bars. It was wild. Super wild. So next, we're going to come down here along the beach. Ooh. Oh look, bug. There's my lighthouse. And if we come down here, there's some wave breakers. And this is kind of like probably one of the biggest high points on the island. This is the open air beach market. So this is Elvis's house, who's home, and he runs this market. Oh, some girders on the beach. I wonder who that was. But check this out. So it's open every single day from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And he just kind of leaves this stuff out here. He maintains that it is all waterproof and of highest quality, but I mean, who knows? Just anarchy out here. And I mean, inside his house, it's just like gold and riches and jewels. Like the markup he does on this stuff is unbelievable. He maintains this is like a real deal piece of art. We got a wheelchair. The other cool thing about having this market put together is essentially all the items that are super cool that I wouldn't really have like an idea of where to put them. They just end up here, which is pretty cool because then they're not just like stuck in storage in my house. Got a vacuum cleaner, a chemistry set, someone's financial papers, a super creepy doll glaring at this super creepy doll. an apparently 2020 MacBook Pro, this wrestling statue, which is like fun fact, that's actually me. It's actually little P2. Hi. And got like this tool cart, a turntable, a barrel eye. Who knows how much he's selling that for? Some trash. Gothic mirror. There's a freaking scorpion right there. Typewriter. Cow skull. Protein powder, which I'm kind of dubious of like how fresh that is. Soccer ball. Gas range. Another one of my personal statues. A globe. What looks like used kitty litter. See, he'll essentially sell anything to anybody. Dubious salesman. This is Dell's house. There's a little chair where he likes to take coffee in the morning. And this is his meat freezer. See? And then for some reason, he has clothes in there. Don't trust the cleanliness of those clothes. So if we come up here, a gumball machine for the kidlets. And here, got kind of like the island basketball court, communal basketball court, but the spiritual gangsters just, they don't really understand the word communal. This is their zone, essentially. So I can't really spend that much time here because it's just, this is an area of danger. A little cooler, just in case they're thirsty while they're playing. They can't afford a basketball, so they're using this volleyball? Soccer ball? I don't do that stuff, so let's just say it's a sports ball. If we come up here, this impeccably landscaped area, devoid of flowers, this leads up to the graveyard. Oh, this is Sprocket's house, actually. I think Roald stole his chair. It's just the table, which is actually like a really... Look at the craftsmanship on this. Roald's taking this for sure. Anyway, got a little distracted. Up here, we have the graveyard. Got some lily of the valley. It's because it's not really the most joyous area. I'm gonna be totally upfront with you, this is like the darkest part of the island. Like, I'm not gonna go into some like backstory for this stuff, but look at this. Panda toys. This is a super old gravestone. This is like, this looks fairly new. And this could be anything. You know, so you make up your mind. You make up your mind what this is. Alright. Let's go back down into the city. So I have one last stop to show you. This is the wrong way. I have one last stop to show you before I take you to my house. And that, it's kind of an extension of the night market. Oh look. I actually didn't even mention this barbecue earlier. This is like one of my new favorite things that I put there. It's like the coals are actually hot and everything's cooking. Like that's awesome. And it just kind of ties the whole market together. Anyway, distracted again. So if I come down here, got a south pole, because it's the south side of my island, devoid of snow, because let's be serious, Red and Tom Nook are just messing everything up, messing up the environment. But this is where I was going to take you. This is kind of like the secret alley. This is like the Nocturne alley of Los Santos, and it's open. And as you can tell, it's the same sign as the gas station. So this is kind of like, this is how Tom Nook gets all the drugs out into the island. You know? It's got like the all-seeing Los Santos eye on the awning, just to kind of like make you think like, you can just see everything as it is, but it's just Tom Nook just like getting into you. So yeah, this is like, yeah, this is Nook's area. Don't tell anyone. And lastly, this is my house. And let's show you the inside. I love this song. It's pretty much playing on repeat since like day 3 probably. Yeah, so this is the main room. This is my paper tiger. Really big fan of that. That's gonna be there forever. My race car bed. I just love watching my guy jump on there. Maybe not sleep right now. That's like my special tie-dye shirt. It was like one of my first shirts, and it's just like a memento that's up there. Got a little toy from Mom that it's like the only thing I've ever kept that's come through the mail because it actually looks super awesome. I play sax. Not well. And if I come in here, this is kind of like my little beach getaway. You know, I don't really let anyone else in here. This is kind of like my personal cool cave. Got my collection of guitar amps, my mid-century mod stereo, another skull stereo that I just keep here just to look edgy, and my Strat. Obviously, I'm a master. Over here, we have my kitchen. And all around, I think this is a pretty swinging kitchen. Like, it's kind of been hard to make changes to this room because I just think it's perfect. Like that little alphabet poster there that's underneath the pot rack, the yellow and the blue fridge, the sweet cassette deck on top of this bookcase. For those that don't have this like shaved ice treat maker, check this out. And the ice actually comes out at the bottom. It's super wicked. Yeah. And over here, we have my bathroom. And this is pretty much the most kickin' bathroom you'll ever see. Full disclosure, I pretty much like all the rooms in my house a lot, but this is super tight. Like a jukebox between a toilet and the bidet, come on. You know, like that's just, this is like, I mean, there's a couch in here, and a sphinx, and a palm tree. You know, this kind of like makes me think of a den more than a bathroom. And that's why it's awesome. Two rooms left. We got the basement. And I know there's a lot of basement arcades out there, but I'm just never going to get tired of the idea. I think it was so awesome. Oh, I guess one little difference is the surveillance. You know, I'm a pretty paranoid guy by nature, so all of these, fun fact, are hooked up to their own, like, distinct camera all over my property. Because, I mean, you got Rolled stealing bikes, you got Sprocket, like, stealing cars, breaking them down into their individual parts and selling them to Nook's Cranny. Like, there's just too many sketchy people, you know? Gotta have the cameras. Got a little beanbag chair here in case you get tired of playing mahjong. A little pinball machine. the ever-present snack and drink machines, because I mean, when you're down here, you never know how long you're going to be down here. It's like a bevy of game selections. You could easily kill a week here. Easy. You know? Just like that. Got a surveillance camera, because I mean, if I have like, what is this? 300 distinct cameras around my property, like, you think I'm not going to have a camera in my arcade? Don't even think that. Don't trust anybody. And let's go upstairs. All right. And this is the last, quote, room of my house. It's kind of got like this really gritty skyline view of Los Santos. As you can see, it's definitely not wallpaper. We're definitely at the top of a building right now. I'm always hungry, so I got a barbecue going. Got a gong here. I ring that every time I take a bite. Drink machine, because I love iced tea. How many bottles are in here? One, or like different types? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 9. Those are 9 different types of iced tea, because you can never have enough iced tea. Got a fireplace here, candle. Really, really old coffee, probably. Swept up some leaves, but just couldn't be bothered to finish the job. You know, everyone's kind of like that, sweeping leaves. Got a synthesizer. This was super expensive. Super, super expensive. That's why it stays up here on the roof, exposed to the elements. My little boxing bag. And this, I just love this. Look, watch the duck. Just realized, ooh, didn't mean to do that. Just realized the other day that the duck does that. I love this pool. Yeah, so this is my rooftop. This is my house. So, thanks for checking out my island. My Grand Theft Auto inspired island, Los Santos. I love how gritty I managed to make it for such an obviously happy-go-lucky game. If you'd like to bring your villager here to check it out, feel free to use my dream code. I regularly update my Instagram with Los Santos-inspired Animal Crossing posts, so don't forget to check that out. My Instagram account name is on the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my account. I upload new videos regularly, and I hope you enjoyed my Los Santos Grand Theft Auto Island tour. See ya!